Hey everyone, I'm Michelle and this is Mila. Welcome back to our channel. We have been on a cruise ship for the last 6 days and everyone was asking, well, how do you get your dog on a cruise ship? Number one, they need to be a service animal. Number two, they need to be really well trained. She's very obedient, well trained, and falling asleep as we speak. Number three, you have to have all of your health certifications from your vet. You have to have rabies current, and depending on what countries you're going to, we went to 3 different countries, so that was very complicated. I highly recommend not doing this cruise if you ever want to go cruise with your animal or service animal, because I would just go to Mexico, Canada, or on an Alaskan cruise. That's it. No more dealing with different countries, different ports, and different restrictions. So I'm going to cover what was required for each of the different countries that we went to. And then underneath, you're going to see all of the links with the forms you had to fill out, what the different countries required, because at the end of the day, you are traveling with an animal. So we are right now in the Bahamas. They required an import fee, permits, FAVN tests, 2 different health certificates, and a bunch of other things that they required for all the vaccinations. Mailed it in over 4 or 6 weeks ago, still never heard anything back. Sent 2 follow-ups, never heard anything back. However, the cruise line said we were free to sail and we haven't heard from them all day. So fingers crossed, we're good to go until we leave for the next hour. Mila is so bored. Anyway, we also went and we're supposed to go to the Cayman Islands. That trip got canceled. No problem. One of the most expensive places to go with an animal, because you had to fill out more paperwork, send more money, and also provide the FAVN test there, which is a rabies titer test. So if you don't know what that is, I'll put a link down below. But basically, it is a rabies titer test to make sure that the rabies vaccine, I guess, is in their body. It's done at Kansas State University. You had to pay your vet $400 to get the test. You had to do the test 8 weeks prior to leaving on your trip. And from what I understand, this test is valid for 4 years, but just make sure you ask your vet. I'm not a vet. I'm just teaching you what I learned by what we've gone through. Right, Mila? Yeah. They draw blood, by the way, for that test. Then we also went to Cozumel, Mexico. Mexico is great to travel to. Super easy. No problems. They just require an interstate health certificate. They don't require an international health certificate. So I'm going to show you what this cruise line, Norwegian Cruise Line, requires. It's form 7011, if I recall. It's a PDF form. It's backdated back to 2003. None of the vets know what it is. It's an outdated form. However, they accepted it here. So we just did it. You pay your vet to get it filled out. Looks like a regular health certificate. However, it does say the word international on it. It's all the same thing to me. You just do what they ask for, though. That's what I've learned on this experience. You just provide what they ask for and nothing else. And then we also went to Jamaica. Jamaica was really easy to deal with. So if you want to take your animal to Jamaica, that's probably a place I would go. They were responsive. They required not as much stuff, but again, we were not disembarking off the ship. We didn't have to pay any fees. They didn't require any testing. They just wanted all her vaccines and all her rabies information shots. So today I wanted just to share with you how we got Mila into the Bahamas. Going on a cruise and having multiple stops is a lot of paperwork. So just make sure you know what you're getting yourself into when you're going there. I highly don't recommend taking a service animal if you have one on one of those cruises. I would much rather go to Mexico or Canada or even an Alaska cruise. Just stay in the US. It's so much easier. But if you're going to embark on traveling with your pet or service animal, I should say, on a cruise, this is exactly how I did it. The first step is I went to Google, right, Mila? We went to Google and typed in the country, Department of Agriculture, and who do we need to contact. So let me share my screen over here. So one of the items you need is this USDA health certificate, or not USDA, but yeah, United States Department of Agriculture Animal and Plant Health Inspection. Now the cruise line is the one that recommended and needed this exact form. They didn't let me know up until maybe like a week prior what the form number was. So I'm going to share that with you. It's certificate form 7001. However, to the country, I don't think it means anything because they need all of their own import forms filled out. Each country has their own paperwork that you have to fill out. So this is the one that we filled out for the Bahamas. So you had to put your name and all this information, microchip, country of export, and then initial port of entry, the Bahamas. So we went to, I don't remember where, but anyway, it was with a cruise ship on a cruise line. So I gave them that. And I said, we're not getting off the ship. Even though we were not getting off the ship, they made me send them money. Crazy. I know. And you had to send like a MoneyGram, a money order. There was no way to pay with a credit card online or anything like that. So it was like 40 something dollars, I think. I don't know. They even gave me the price. So they'll email you exactly what you need to pay. They were really slow in communication. I completely thought they were going to come and find us on the cruise ship because I just never heard from them. But that's another reason why we just didn't disembark. We just stayed on the cruise ship the whole time. The only port we got off was in Mexico, and that was really fun. And they were great with Mila, and you can see how easy it is compared to all of this paperwork just to go to Mexico. So the first step is to find the contact information of the person. The second step is to get them to give you clear directions, and you let them know if you're staying on the ship or if you're getting off the ship. That's really important too. And then send them money. I never heard from them ever if they received it or if they didn't. I just have my proof, and I took all of my paperwork like this in a paper clip, and then I had everything electronically too. So just make sure you have all your paperwork on hand at all times because you need it, and also electronically, just in case you need to email it to someone. So even when we got to the cruise ship, when we were getting on the ship, they needed the health certificate again that I had already sent to their corporate. So I'm really glad I had everything electronically. It made the whole process a lot easier. But if you have any questions, my first recommendation would be to ask your vet. If they're a USDA accredited vet, they'll know exactly sort of what to do. Like I said, every single country is unique and different. So just go directly to the Department of Agriculture, find whoever's in charge of importing animals. It's an importation process. And for us, it was importing a dog, even though we did not get off the ship. And as you can see, Mila is drooling. Are you drooling, Mila? You really want that treat? You're being so good. You're so good. Okay, let's see. Kiss. Mila, kiss. Right here. Kiss. Thanks. She's like, just give me the food already. But if you found this video helpful, along with all our other ones for the cruise series or just traveling with your animal internationally, please definitely share this with another pet lover, dog mom, or dog dad. And if you have any questions, feel free to send us a message, leave a comment, and I'd love to help you based on what I've learned. So thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.